Hey YouTube, before we get into today's Great League Remix team, want to talk about some donations for my GoFundMe for the New York Go Fest. I posted this for I'm trying to raise money to go to Go Fest because I really want to meet the everyone, but obviously kids and one income and stuff like that, it's kind of tough. So I put a Go Fest GoFundMe up, and people have been donating. So I thanked a lot of people who've already donated, but I haven't not thanked, and I think maybe in like a week and a bit. So Don, Scott, Griffin, Brian, Sergio, Aaron, Tom, I think I got because I remember the good sized donation. So appreciate the support. Again, I'm almost like 99% going to GoFest at this point. I got to talk to, again, someone who reached out about staying at their Airbnb, but I think that's mostly fixed. And now I just need to sort of like finalize that. And then ensure that my wife can watch the kids for a while, which is fine because I'm alone for 2 weeks with them now, so that's something. Okay, so Excadrill, Shadow Vic, and Jellicent, and this started with, again, knowing the meta. If you watch my top teams video yesterday, I talked about how there's like four typings, sort of 4 to 5 typings: steals, flyers, fighters, waters, and then charmer / everything else. So I was like, extra on the lead's interesting because a lot of the steals you see like Magnezone and Steelix are on the lead, and then they often switch to like a flyer or Dugong or something, and like, oh, ice was the other typing because there's Dugong and wall ranges and stuff. And I'm like, Ezreal's kind of fits an interesting build because like you got the ground for that, you got the rock for the flyers, you got the rock for the ice, and then you can have 2 answers in the back, Shadow Vic and Jellicent, for your fighters and stuff. So that was the thought process behind the team. Worked decently, like almost very, very well. Because again, if you see a fighter on the lead, you have 2 Pokemon in the back to deal with this. So Jellicent resists the counters. Yes, you need to watch out for the Night Slash. Not so much the Night Slash, more the Shadow Ball. I feel like most probably just go Night Slash bait here, yeah. And they give it up into Dugong, right? Again, Dugong, Annihilate, Magnezone. This meta is fairly limited at this point to about 20 Pokemon. So it's just trying to figure out, and if you watch my video on Thursday with Make Our Go, it's the same sort of thing. Like there's a couple Pokemon that are very off book. I didn't even see what rank Excadrill was. Like my so I got 1 shield. I'm gonna hit this again. My Make Our Go was ranked 418 in the Great League Remix, and Excadrill non-shadows ranked 143, right? So there's a lot of these sort of Pokemon that can still fit the bill of like being very strong in this meta while not being sort of top ranked. So now I just farmed a ton. This comes in, I'm going to hit this. This will, again, very, very attack heavy, very glossy, but attack heavy. So this will do well over 50%. Snipe for the rest. Out comes a Steelix. Let's see. It's probably just a Psychic Fangs, so I'll probably let this go. And hit them with the Leaf Blade, because this will chip low enough or maybe take out. And if I'm almost hoping that they shield. They don't. And now it's a little tricky. I come in, but I'm like, you know what? I've already hit this with the drill run. This thing's in the red, so I can just farm at this point. And I farm down. So getting out of a tough lead there. Speak about another tough lead. That's fine. We come in here. Tentacruel is not the answer. So my immediate thought is like, are they running some sort of like triple water team or something? Because I'm resisting the poison and I'm resisting the water. So this is going to be a very, very easy flip for me if I want to. Unless they lower my attack a couple times. So there's their 1 lower attack, of course. But I've already grabbed 1 shield. Here comes another move. If they lower my attack again, I still should be able to get off 2 Shadow Balls. That one does not look like they lower my attack. So I should be able to get off 2 Shadow Balls, if not just a Shadow Ball and a Surf to take this. No, 2 Shadow Balls. Okay. But I should be able to get to this before they get to that. So I've already got a shield. So I'm either going to get 2 shields or I'm going to get switch here. Either is fine. And they commit to the farm down, or commit to that. I think they probably could have committed to the farm down. I was close to a Surf, and Surf would take out from this range. But now it's just straight farm. Shield up a potential Scald. Commit to the farm down. They thing is, will I... Oh, and they give up switch into Poliwrath, so I'm going to instant swap here. Just get this. Have to show the Icy Wind, obviously, but I should be able to farm down. Come out with energy. The Tentacruel's very low, so if that comes in, I'm just going to Razor Leaf it. And we'll see what's in the back. And if it's like a triple water team, like kind of like what I'm feeling it was, because like why would you come in Tentacruel? Triple water team. Double poison to offset your... That very risky. Like, well, that's the thing. With Magnezone, you can take it with... you can take it with your... I should win CMP here, but of course the game lags me there. With Magnezone, you should win it with Poliwrath with the counter user. But able to get off a drill run here, even though I should have already got the drill run off on the Toxapex. That will come back in, and I'll be able to take it out anyways, because this thing is spammy. Mudshot, drill run, Rock Slide is a very, very, very spammy combo. So here we go. 2 bad leads, 2 wins here. Aurorus, that is finally a good lead. Still neutral. Overall, there's your Annihilape. This is a tricky... this is still a good matchup for Jellicent. Worst case scenario, I think I call Shadow... I think you live a Shadow Ball, actually. Most just go Night Slash. And if you go Night Slash and they don't boost, like counters are not going to take down a Ghost. So I'm in a pretty good spot here where I'm going to grab 1 shield. If they shield this and get to the Night Slash... Okay, so they let it go, so that's fine. Out comes an Aurorus. Surfs are still super effective because of half rock. They may try to commit to the farm down. It's going to be tough. I might get to a move here. Yeah. This is one of those, like, just getting to a move as they're getting to their... As they just decide. Meteor Beam is interesting, and then giving up Switch. So here we go in a tricky matchup. Not really tricky, but everything's resisted all over the place here. So I would not be surprised if I go Acid Spray. Yeah, you can see me trying to click Acid Spray just to lower their attack. Empoleon, good lead, because Steel Wing is resisted. They will get to the Hydro Cannon, but not before I get to the Drill Run. So I'm just going to outpace this thing completely. So they may grab a shield or 2. They could probably grab 2 shields, quite honestly. I'll take the switch, no problem. But I'd be interested to see if they like grab 2 shields and then like try and catch. But as you can see, these are resisted Steel Wings, right? Resisted Steel Wings has put me lower than super effective Mudshots. Now, I know Mudshot is not an attack heavy move, but like that is just how glassy Excadrill is. The game lags on me there, as you saw. Tons of frame drops. The frame drops are killing me, stuff like this where they catch. I'm going to instant swap because I see it's a Charmer. So I'm going to get a Poison on this where I can do neutral Razor Leafs. If Empoleon comes back in, that'll still be neutral here. I'm going to throw because I don't know their count. So I'm just going to take this out because if maybe they have another fairy in the back, or maybe they have something that I can just hit. Yeah, so it's another fairy, which means that I can chip the crap out of this before they take me down. I mean, I just don't know how much energy I have. Yeah, so I'm not surprised I'm coming in here. Tried to just hex down. They hit me with the crunch. I don't even think a crunch takes me out, quite honestly. Non-stab. Yeah, 1 HP. Close though. Yeah. So attack heavy. Good lead. Water Pulse is the only thing you need to kind of worry about. This is where Baking comes in, because this will chip over 50%, but it will not one-shot, whereas a Water Pulse probably one-shots. So now it is a bait game. Do I let this go? Do I shield? I do shield, and it is a Water Pulse, so that's nice. I think they know that they can probably outpace anyways to a Water Pulse. I think it's only like 7, and it's like... So 7/7 is going to be the 15. They let it go, taking switch. There's your fighter. Out comes another Charmer. Going to just hit this as much as I can. Because non-shadow's pretty... Not super bulky, but it's enough that like... I'm going to need a Shadow Ball here. Shy Talk will not take me out. I'm hoping it gets us to the red so I can just farm with Mud Shots, but I don't think it will. They double shield. Interesting. I'm going to throw the Rock Slide to take this out. I've got a bit of energy. I assume a Rock Slide will take out an A9 from this range. I'm probably going to strain. Oh, yeah, I just saw that. I'm not going to get it. I thought that I can do 3 mud shots there to get to a move, but clearly I cannot. And now that those 3 may have just cost me this game because they're going to get a nice punch to take me out. Yeah, that's my fault. Had I known that 3 counters would have taken me out, I instant swap there and I outpace. So that was kind of stupid on my part. Again, great lead. There's your Mantine. I'm just going to rock slide this and I'll probably come Jellicent almost immediately. Try to catch. Yeah, I do catch again with the leg like that. Those frame drop leg stuff is so annoying. Someone said, I think it was Poke Daxi, who said if you turn off, some said turn off your native refresh rate, but I'm not turning off my native refresh rate when I'm doing GBL. That just seems like even worse. But some people said that you can turn off if you go to advanced settings. I forget the exact same thing, but in advanced settings, there's stuff about like the background crispness and your avatar stuff that you can disable. So if you disable them, it helps a bit, but not 100%. Someone said there's also a fix coming or has come. So I don't know, but I'm just getting them all over the place. It's really annoying. So again, good lead here. I know your shadow, but wild charge is double resisted here, so I do not need to worry about that. And there is your fighter. I think you shield anything here. Yeah, even if it's a Night Slash. It's an ice punch, which is even better because now I could just 2, 3, 4. Throwing this. I think I'm throwing this because I know Excadrill is just going to kill this, and these frenzy plants are adding up just way more than the wild charges. So that is huge. Another good lead. Cress. This is a kind of interesting matchup because this does over 50%, I think. Yeah, which makes this not an amazing matchup. So I'm wondering if I misplayed this a little bit. I wonder if I should have chipped first. Because now they could shield. I'm going to have to shield. I think what I'm going to try and do is hit them with the Shadow Ball. And either take out here or grab the second shield. And I think both are okay from what I need to do next to win this perspective. So the question is, does this thing have Future Sight or Moonblast? Because if it has Moonblast, I think I come. I said safe. If it had Moonblast, I think I would have come Shadow Vic, but I don't know what it is yet. So I'm coming here knowing that Grass Knot's still neutral because you're half ground. But I think what I'm thinking is shield this Grass Knot, farm down with Mud Shot. If Magnezone you got on lock here, and coming out with like a move and a half is probably good for whatever's in the back here. And there you go. It's a flyer that needs to get to dig. So there's one. This probably does not take out, but it'll put it in the red. I'm probably going to instant swap into Shadow Vic and just take out the rest of this here. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. The Magnezone is going to come in. Clearly, this is a pretty good matchup for Shadow Vic because, man, those Razor Leafs add up real quick. So those Breeze Leaf that up, take it out, and now this thing's too low to do anything for me. Guzzlord. Good lead. Ish. One drill run's not going to take out. One crunch. Again, these Dragon Tails, that's the problem with Excadrill. Excadrill is so glassy in the Great League. So hits like a truck, but look at those Dragon Tails. Those are resisted Dragon Tails, putting me into like that. So crunch 100% would probably take out from this range. So I'm going to have to shield. Throwing right away, which is kind of interesting. I feel like I should have farmed a couple more there. They end up shielding anyways. And they catch on a Pelipper. So nice catch. Let's see if I go Jellicent right away. I do go Jellicent right away. Can they get to the Hurricane before Shadow Ball? I guess not. What is that? 10 versus what? What does it take to... I don't know. Maybe like 14 to 16. Oh, it's not 10. Hex is a 3-turn move, so it's 15. So it probably should have been... It probably is close whether they should have got to the Hurricane first. And out comes a Carbink. They're going to take me down. What's the play here? Sacrifice Excadrill? I think that's what I'm doing here. I think I'm just sacrificing it, force him to throw a move, knowing that I can do super effective with this. Out comes a Guzzlord. Does have a move. I think I just need to commit to the shield and try to farm down. I'm trying to get to an acid spray to lower the thing, but then these razor leaves are adding up real quick, and they just dump their energy. So at this point, I'm just like, nope, this is a full farm down for the win. Fearthorn, again, another... So that's why I think like Excadrill is kind of a sneaky one, right? No G-Fisk. Unova Stunfisk isn't that good, but if you want the rock, the steel ground coverage that you would normally get in like Stunfisk and to a lesser extent Bastiodon, not the same typing, but like... And you don't want to use Steelix because you want some... ability to hit some of these things. Excadrill's a kind of a sneaky pick. So a couple sneaky picks in Make Her Go and Excadrill now. Make a catch on a Shadow Vic. I think I made the catch. Oof, that's rough. Although they're probably gonna have to throw. Now what do I do here though? Excadrill with some energy advantage because they just dumped. And now I can hit this with the drill run. I gotta imagine Giratina's pretty glassy in this Great League. Yeah, that's not surprising that is KOs. 1458 too, so that is a terrible re-rolled Giratina. And now I'm gonna outpace here. So the question is, if they let this go, if they shield, what do I do here? They do not, so I don't need to worry about that. What is in the back? Mantine, I'm gonna get to a Rock Slide, and then I'm gonna get into a Jellicent with a shield advantage and a pretty easy backline matchup. So yeah, grabbing shields with Excadrill and then having something like a bulky Jellicent that can still hit pretty hard is a pretty nice combo. Shadow Vic is for... I think Shadow Vic is because you're weak to water and fighting on Excadrill. So I wanted to have the... just coverage for both of those. And Jellicent fits the bill, but I don't know a second one that can actually fit the bill outside of Shadow Vic. Is that the safest play? I'm trying to think like what would actually be really, really tough for this team. Like what would be... Because if I get Mandibuzz in the back would be tough. That is exactly what would be tough. So Shadow Vic and Jellicent are going to get killed by Mandibuzz in the back. I'm trying to think if there's like any other flyers that would cause this. And that's kind of why I like Jellicent, because like some of the other flyers are Pelipper, Mantine, so you resist the water moves there. So they can only hit you with like the flying moves. And then Gligar, which you can hit super effective with the water. So I feel like you cover most flyers. I have not seen a Molga. Like people are like, oh, Molga's can core break those back too. It's like, yeah, but like I don't think I've seen one. So I'm not worried about Pokemon I'm not seeing. I'm worried about the Pokemon that you do see. But yeah, anyways, that is it. That's a team. Actually, all kind of sneaky. My Cargo in my Thursday video kind of sneaky, which people seem to be actually clicking on. I'm filming this on Thursday for Saturday. This is like 1 out of 10. Interesting. Yeah, but it's like very, very comparable to 8 of my 10 videos. So it's rank 1, but it's 8 out of the 10 are all very, very, very similar. So yeah, we'll keep this going. I'm honestly, I think I'm going to repeat one of my teams. I try to make our go double Ghost Line, because in my last video, what last video? Maybe Friday's top team video, I talked about like, Jellicent and Cofagrigus backline. There's not a lot of darks. Maybe that's an interesting one, and then it just didn't work, and I dropped a bunch of rating. So now I'm trying to like, I've already used all these Pokemon. Some teams have worked. Maybe I should just like recycle some teams and try and just run, because I dropped back down a lot, but we'll see. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. Maybe a video this afternoon. So stay tuned potentially for a video this afternoon. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.